What's happening, everyone? Ains back, Season Gaming, and we're re-recording these statue unboxings back to back today. So actually, if you're coming to this first, I actually just wrapped up recording the Horizon Zero Dawn Aloy statue, and now we're going to jump into the Ghost of Tsushima Jin statue. So, I'll start with the details, of course. It's another Prime 1 Studio statue. I ordered them about the same time. This one came a little bit ago, so I'm a little behind. Like I said, I'm trying to catch up. This is the Ghost Armor Ultimate Edition. So it's the top edition of the Ghost Armor. Comes with a few extra pieces. And they made 800 of these, a deluxe exclusive edition. And this is number 109. So did pretty good in terms of the numbering. It's a little bit of a bigger box than the Aloy. But they made fewer of them. Now I don't know if they did that because there's multiple exclusives on this one, or if just because they don't feel Ghost is as big of an IP. You know, they have to work with PlayStation on the sizing, so we'll see. But anyway, as usual, really looking forward to this. I really enjoyed Ghost of Tsushima. It's actually not one of my favorite IPs. However, when I saw the mold for this and the statue, it looks absolutely stunning. And if the quality of the Aloy statue I just unboxed is any indication, this is going to be something truly special. So I'm excited to dive in. Let me do my usual, where I'm going to pull this out, I'll get the box open, and we'll start to talk about the details. Alright, so similar to the Aloy statue, this has a double kind of box. It's got all the pieces in this top layer, and then it's kind of got the base and the core model, I'm assuming, underneath here. I did forget to mention that because this is the DX exclusive edition, this one was $11.99, so $100 more than what I said the Aloy one was. But it comes with 2 swappable hands, 2 swappable portraits, and also a little display thing that goes in front of the statue if you want to, of course. Usually with those types of things, I don't even display them because they end up getting lost or broken or what have you, so I keep them in the box. But alright, there are a lot of pieces here. You can see this entire thing is little pieces. So let me, I'll talk about kind of the core of this, and let's pull these things out, and then I'll do my usual and get all this stuff out, and kind of we can talk about it at that point. Alright, so again, another very kind of detailed base, rock formation, you know, falling leaves from the iconic kind of trees. I will say right away, oh, give me 1 second. So Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost Armor Ultimate Premium Master Line, number 109 of 800. I will notice right away that base is far, far lighter than Aloy's. Aloy's is probably double that weight. So I don't really know why that is. Don't know. Alright, we've got the core of Jin's torso here. As usual, they put these little paddings around. I mentioned in the last video that I had a string. If you watched a lot of these with me, I had a string of unboxings where I had damage to the statues, which is, you know, you pay a lot of money and you wait a long time for these things to arrive. So when you get one with damage, it's incredibly disappointing. But we've been lucky in the past few, so fingers crossed. Okay, so this is quite nice. You know, I seem to say a lot of similar things with these statues at times, so I need to be a little careful in the sense of I don't want to sound too repetitive. But, you know, Prime 1, over $1,000 statue, you're looking at quality paintwork, you know, solid weight, very detailed. The rope and the string is very similar to Aloy, where the string is real, which is really nice. I love little touches like that. So, good so far. Let me put this kind of down, and we'll start to get these other pieces. I am gonna have to spread out a little bit here, so let me get all these core things out, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so I kept the video recording while I was taking all these pieces out, and this may have the most small pieces of any statue I've ever done. I've been recording for about 10 minutes straight just pulling pieces out. So there are a lot to go through here. There are 44 steps of little articulation to put together to get this statue complete. So what I'm going to do is kind of show you the core pieces, then I'll put it all together like I always do. I'll bring the camera in and show you more of the details. So comes with a nice big old fox here, obviously, you know, kind of iconic from the game. you know, the kind of detail you expect. It's really nice, really well done. So that's really cool. A lot of leaves to go through, a lot of pieces that go onto the base here, including the lantern. Comes with multiple arms. As I said, there are interchangeable pieces here. But really neat how there's kind of leaves on some of these arms. You've got kind of these plated metal pieces for the armor. You know, just again, really cool detail. So we'll have to see what formation, you know, I want to go with. Here is kind of this part of his armor that piece is on. It's also got leaves attached to it. The leaves are the big theme here for sure, which are iconic from the game, of course. It's actually got the Ghost of Tsushima emblem right here, which is kind of cool. Or, you know, the not even the Ghost of Tsushima emblem, but the emblem from the game. This is very similar to the, if you watch my Bloodborne unboxing of the Eileen statue, the material here for the cape is very similar. One thing I have talked about a lot, and in fact I just mentioned it on the Aloy statue, is that one thing I loved about the Geralt statue is that his swords were actually metal, and they had the Witcher emblems on them, but they were real metal. And I'm very excited because one of the hands that you have here with the chain link, or the chain that kind of wraps around his wrist, and the sword itself, this is actually metal. It's heavy, it's solid, and it looks beautiful. So that type of thing I really love to see, not only because it's better quality, but because it adds so much to the accent of the statue itself. And then if you ordered the DX bonus piece, like I said, it's got a little thing that you can put in front of it, so it's, you know, that emblem, and you can set that in front of the statue. It's got the Ghost of Tsushima, PlayStation, etc. on the bottom. This I'm actually going to put away. Like I said, I don't usually display those pieces, so that's just going to go away. And then it comes with two heads, so you can have him maskless, and then one of the hands that you can attach is actually him holding his mask. So you can do it like that, and the detail on this is beautiful. I mean, it's even painted on the inside. It's got the gold teeth, you know, I mean, it's painted very well. It looks bronze while you're holding it, which is cool. Or, of course, you can have just the head with the mask on. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. We'll find out here as I piece it together which one I like better. We'll see how the hands align maybe as he's holding his mask. So, like I said, I've got a lot of pieces to go through here. Let me kind of get this together, and then we'll go from there. Alright, although it's only been a second for you, believe it or not, this video has been recording for 40 minutes now. So between getting all the little pieces out and then actually assembling the statue, which is one of the most kind of complex assemblies for a major statue like this I've ever seen, it took a while. So there's a lot of tiny little pieces, especially when it comes to the leaves and some other details that are separated in here. There's the DX pieces, and then you have to figure out how you want to do this. So it's beautiful now that it's complete. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but we've got it done. And so what I'll do now, as always, is let me go ahead and bring the camera in, zoom in a little bit, and we'll start to talk through the details. Okay, so yeah, another beautiful piece here. Like I said, I really bought this because I really adored the mold. I thought it was just beautiful. So I decided to go with Jin with the mask on. For whatever reason, I just thought it looked cooler rather than him not having it on. And then when you have the mask on, he uses his normal arm here, which he's holding his sheath, instead of holding the mask up in front of him. So like I've already said, the sword is awesome. It's all metal. He gets a little chain kind of here that goes around his wrist, which we've seen in other statues. Detail on his armor is stunning. All of this rope is real thread. And as you can see, you know, they really went overboard with the leaves, the yellow leaves, which are kind of a signature of not only Japan, of course, but the game itself. So all of these little leaves that you can see here and all around, all these that are kind of sticking out or elevated, they are separate pieces that you have to put in, you know, in very specific locations to make it look this way. Obviously, like I said, you have the fox here, you have the lantern behind him, and there's some cool little details behind as well. Including a little like, I don't even know the right word to be honest with you, but kind of what you would find at some of the locations in the game here. So kind of like a resting spot. You've got the rope that goes around the back of the base. I said in the Aloy statue how the base is kind of, you know, open in the front and then raise up in the back to center the image of the character itself, and they do a really good job of that here too. He has an extra sword on his back. He has an extra short sword across here, which are really nice. Again, all the cloth is real. And you can just see the level of detail, in his armor, hair, kind of everything. It's just, we've talked about it so many times. I feel almost like a broken record, but you get what you pay for with these things. And it's really just, it's cool to see. It's got a little bag that plugs in here. You've got a little, I forget the type of bird, but you got a little bird that sits on the fountain right behind him as well, that you would follow in the game. So it's just really, really neat. I don't know, honestly, I was so blown away by the Aloy one that I feel almost slightly disappointed with this compared to the Aloy one, just because that one's so beautiful. But honestly, this is another stunning statue if I'm being realistic. And I think, I might find a shelf where I can put them next to each other, because I think that would just be really cool, angled at each other. So, like I said, I've given the spiel plenty of times, but I'll give you some high-res pictures right at the end of the video here. Thank you, as always, for anyone who checks these out. Happy to answer any questions, reach out to me. And as always, thanks to the Seasoned Gaming community, our patrons who allow us to do things and be creative as an independent outlet. And if you'd like to join the Seasoned Gaming community, check us out on Discord, check us out on Twitter, of course, and check us out on Patreon, and you can find out what what benefits you can get for joining us. So, other than that, again, anything else, just let me know. Another statue in the books. We will be back with Doomslayer here in the very near future. For now, thank you as always for hanging out with me, and we will see you next time. Peace.